8:26, it is Sport Talk, Talk Monster 102.3, Quaking the Cowboy on your Wednesday drive home from work. And we have got special guests in here with some state championship hardware. So congratulations, guys. We've got Signal Mountains head wrestling coach Joe Jellison, also assistant coach Casey Thompson, and senior 160-pounder Jake Woodlief, who also played a little football, and sophomore 113-pounder Daniel Uhorchuk.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Sport Talk, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, Joe, you first, head coach, man. Congratulations on a couple state champions on your program or in your program. That had to have been a special moment.
Yeah, this was the first year that we actually placed at the traditional state tournament. Last year we got second in the state duels, qualified again this year, fell short against the Nolensville match, and in some ways that was, a way for us to, re-motivate ourselves and get ready for the traditional region and state tournament. And we only qualified 9, and 7 out of the 9 placed.
Wow.
So you look at that, and we were leading the state tournament the entire day. And, we're going up against teams that qualified all 14.
Refresh my memory. So they have a single A, double A division, and then the triple A division. Is that the way it works?
Yeah, so they got 3 divisions.
And the Division II, obviously,
yeah,
Baylor and McCallie.
Yeah, so you got the
AAA is combined.
Yes, tell us.
The AAA is combined, and then you have the large school, that's the AAA, and then they have the Division II, which is all the private schools.
So that would be, like a Chattanooga Christian and Notre Dame would be in with Baylor McCallie.
Correct.
Okay, all right. So talk about your story. First of all, you're a Ohio native and came down to Chattanooga to go to Lee University, right?
Yeah, so I went to Lee University and I started a wrestling team there. It was more like a club than anything. So we were part of the National Collegiate Wrestling Association, and we didn't have any mats, so we went to Cleveland High School when Heath Hesslinger was there, and he was nice of us to join them in practice. And
we all know Heath. I mean, he's just all around remarkable human being.
Solid guy, and I would get how I would recruit guys is I would do what's called dorm wars, and I would have one dorm wrestle another dorm, and I would just take the toughest guys and essentially just create a team. And
that's a pretty good idea, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's just like making a real team.
Yeah, and then eventually the school bought us mats, and we just started competing on the state and national level.
The state. Casey, take that one because he said, "What is the reputation of Tennessee when it comes to national wrestling?" I mean, you have the Iowa, Pennsylvania, I imagine. I mean, there's some states, but what's Tennessee viewed at from a big picture?
I mean, we've got kids who are able to compete at the national level. We don't have the depth that some of those other states have. I know Daniel wrestles in a lot of national tournaments. He could probably speak more to where Tennessee wrestlers typically fall.
And we've seen, guys like Jordan Lean and Heath Hesslinger was one of them that could compete with anybody in a level. So just the numbers, what'd you think?
Well, I definitely think that we're getting there. I think eventually we'll be really good. We got a good group of youth. The youth kids are coming up, and right now there's like a small group in Tennessee that's like able. Like I know Noah Horst from Baylor. He's a junior. They just went to national preps. And Noah pinned the returning champion in the quarterfinals.
Nice.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. So talk about your season, Daniel, when just the your record, how it went. You're a sophomore, so you probably experienced a little bit, but not totally a veteran.
I went 41-0 this season. I was undefeated.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Anybody really, give you fits?
Yeah, definitely. There were a couple of tough kids. I wrestled a kid from Woodland High School as a Georgia school. It was at the McCallie Invitational.
Right.
I wrestled him in the semifinals, and I beat him 5-2, I think. He's a tough kid. It was a good match.
When you have a kid that's 41-0, what do you say to him, Coach? Go do your thing?
I mean, just do your thing. You know, Daniel's a very self-motivated kid, and he wrestles at a very high level. So, and Signal Mountain being a small community as it is, you don't see that a whole lot. So it's, you know, he having that championship mentality or the killer instinct, as some people would say.
Right.
You know, you don't, in some ways, wrestlers actually have to develop that mentality, but for Daniel, it comes natural.
Well, Daniel, you said you have, 4 brothers? So, I mean, I'm sure that's where the real wrestling is, right, at home?
Yes, sir. 3 brothers.
If you can survive that?
Yes, sir.
How much does that play into it?
Quite a bit, actually.
Because they're all wrestlers, right?
Yes, sir, they are. My brother, Caleb, he was an 8th grader. We actually brought him up to wrestle high school, and he actually got second at state.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, he was giving up like 15 pounds, right? Like he was really light.
Yeah, it was about 18 pounds. He broke the 90-pound mark maybe late in the year. And the weight class went up to 108 after we got our 2-pound growth allowance.
Right.
So he was wrestling kids 18 pounds heavier than him. So he was a 90-pounder out there wrestling 108.
That is unbelievable.
And finished second in the state.
That is unreal.
Yes, sir.
Murder the most first state championships in Signal Mountain history as far as wrestling goes?
Well, the team didn't win the state title. The team finished second.
But these individual guys.
Individual-wise, you've had...
I don't know. I mean, I've had Cale Shelton, Seth Patera, and then Daniel being the third.
And Daniel's won it twice, and then got second as an 8th grader as well.
So you got a chance for 4. And
Yes,
that's a big deal. I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, we've had a couple kids, I think, have 5. One a couple years ago, but that's exceptional. But to have a chance at 4, how cool is that?
It's exciting. And obviously, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna go out there and wrestle. And I mean, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But obviously, the mindset is to go out there, and hopefully dominate, hopefully win 4.
So is the big goal college scholarship? I mean, is that the ultimate goal?
Yes, sir. Right now, I'm thinking I'm going to try and go D1, but I'm more going to use wrestling to get into college and further my education.
Smart man.
You know what really jumps out at me whenever we have guys like this in, high school wrestling guys in general, the most humble guys out there. And I'm not sure why that is. Right, and I'm not sure why that is, because if I was in your situation, knowing it's 101 and I'm 41-0, or I've won a state title, I'd let everyone know. I mean, I would, like, for all year. But that's just me. It's amazing. I think it's just that sport draws those kind of guys in.
I mean, I always call wrestling the crisis sport because you really learn more about yourself, I feel like, through the sport of wrestling than you do with any other sport. Because it's just you out there. I mean, I think Teddy Roosevelt has like a quote, "To the man in the arena," and it's just it's just you out there.
You can't hide, and there's no teammate to help you.
We always tell people to, win with humility, lose with dignity, and the fact that you gave it your best effort is what counts.
Let's take Jake. What about you? Now, I know you play all other sports too. You play a little football for the Eagles, right?
Yes, sir. I play football and I wrestle. I played football my junior and senior year, and this year we did pretty well. We went 6-5.
Sure.
But I got all-region and all-state. I'm actually on my way to go to the all-region banquet right after this.
Nice. Okay. Congratulations, man.
And this is my first year placing at state.
Okay.
I went the previous 2 years as a sophomore and junior, but this year I placed 3rd.
Right.
So it's I love both sports, but wrestling is definitely the hardest sport out of the two.
I would say so, right?
Certainly.
Again, it's all you. There's nobody out there to help you. So, growing up, did you play all sports, or did you just concentrate on those 2? What were your favorites?
When I was a kid, I used to play baseball, and I've always played football my entire life.
Right.
But I didn't start wrestling until I was in 6th grade, actually. So I've only ever wrestled for Signal Mountain all 7 years of my career.
Right.
Wrestling, I would say, is probably my favorite sport. It's not necessarily as fun as football, but it's a lot more rewarding in what you get out of it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Right. And as there are bigger crowds on Friday nights for football, too. I'm sure that has something to do with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jake actually, at the state tournament, Jake actually beat the returning state champion.
Nice.
He teched him.
Nice.
He beat him by 15 points. It was awesome.
He ended up beating him twice. He lost in the semifinal. Well, Jake beat the defending state champion in the quarters, then got beat in the semis. came back and had to wrestle the defending state champion again for third and fourth place, and Jake took him down with 7 seconds left to beat him by a point the second time.
Nice.
He wanted
So
a
it was
lot
pretty
more.
sweet.
He wanted a lot more the second time than the first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll bet he did. He was motivated, right?
Yeah,
So what's your plans? Being a senior, what's going on?
I'm going to the University of Tennessee at Knoxville next year.
Okay.
And I'm not playing any sports or nothing. I
Right.
just want to go to school and learn and get ready for my future.
Be a student, right?
Yes, sir.
What are you going to major in?
I think I want to major in sustainability.
What is that? Tell me what that means.
Like,
Right. We're trying to major that in every day.
sure. So I want to do like environmental sustainability. So I want to be able to, go in and like fix damaged areas that have been damaged by pollution or like human activity or anything. And I want to be part of the part of the group of people that like go in there and like help try to bring it back to like sustainable ways and like sustainable energy and stuff. Try to promote that.
That's cool.
A bunch of different things you can do in that field. So.
They're too smart, and they're champions. I mean, it's crazy. No, I don't know. Both of us are just hoes, pretty much. So, Joe, talk about the future. What's going on, and how many guys do you return for next year? And I know they probably go to camps and things like that, just like all the other sports, right?
The future's bright for Signal Mountain. We're losing Jake, Oliver Goodgame, Sam Wickheiser. So we're losing 3 seniors on Spencer. 4. Spencer was out most of the season due to an injury, but we're losing 4. But we still got some great kids coming up next year. Daniel's class, the sophomore class, I call it the backbone of the team because they wrestle like upperclassmen. Mm-hmm. We bumped up 4 of the sophomores as 8th graders to wrestle on the high school team, and that was Daniel, Kale, Preston, and Kevin. And you don't see that a whole lot in schools just because, with TSSAA rules and everything, but us being a middle high school, we
right, I was going to say it has to be on campus.
Right.
The middle school has to be in the same...
Right, because we're under one facility, one roof, and we have the opportunity to do that. So we did that when they were 8th graders to get them ready early.
And it paid off.
Yeah. And sometimes we even forget that they're as young as they are because, like I said, they wrestle like they're seniors.
Right.
And like, oh.
Even as freshmen, all 4 of them placed as freshmen.
Yeah.
And then this year, we had 2 of those were in the finals. They didn't win, but I think Kevin lost by a point.
And Preston lost by like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But they improved from last year. And that says a lot for our program. It says a lot for this sophomore class.
Sure does. I see why you call them the backbone.
Yeah, that's why I call them the backbone of the team. And, I mean, they're very special. Definitely one of the best groups I've had to coach and be a part of. And
good. It seems like the future's bright for you guys.
Most definitely.
Congratulations once again. Good luck in your future, and you keep up the good work. And Joe, Casey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all's time.
Thanks for having me.
Signal Mountain Eagles with some state accomplishments here in the wrestling world. More coming your way on Sport Talk. A look at your right now traffic. That crazy wreck out there on I-75 northbound, I guess, continues on. So you get the details on that on a Sport Talk and Talk Radio 102.3 Wednesday Drive Home from Work.